Hey, what's good? You already know we helping leaders make great plans. And so I just want to say that Juneteenth, what it means to me is that I'm glad that we can come together after a departure from a maniacal time, from a crazy time, from a historic time. And I'm going to be honest, even though it doesn't make sense to me all the way, I'm glad it's a reason that we can come together. So, like, one of the reasons why I kind of think it's crazy to me is because, like, all right, I just remember, like, growing up, I remember, like, Memorial Day weekend was huge. I remember 4th of July was a big thing. And then I remember, I remember just other festivals and things going on. I forgot the name of the Southeast Day they used to have. But like everybody from DC came that day. I forgot what it was. I mean, aunts and uncles had cookouts because the thing is Juneteenth been out for decades. And so I remember before all this internet stuff, man, you made up any reason to barbecue, to throw something on the grill, to have family get-togethers. Think about when soul food came out in the 90s. Man, what? It's like people related to that. You know what I mean? And so I'm glad I was able to see it. So we never celebrated Juneteenth. I'm gonna just be honest with you. There was never a time that I had a cookout, and I went to a lot of cookouts that we had a cookout, and it was purposely for Juneteenth. Now I get it; it's been a federal holiday for what, 3 years now, 4 years now. 3 years, because I think Biden put it in. But and so it could be getting more marketing, but at the same time, it's federalized, and it wasn't anything else given with it. It was just federal. It's honored federally, but at the same time, I just look at it more as the awareness grew, then it obviously is out here, and take it for what it is. Because before the 3 year mark, I was hearing about Juneteenth. Maybe in the last 4 years before that. So you could say altogether, Juneteenth kind of like it made up this I don't know. It's a thing, and I would say maybe for the last 8 years. And the thing is, when I first started hearing about it, I'm gonna be real blatantly honest. It was like when I used to go to Bus Boys and Poets, like when Bus Boys and Poets first started. Like when it was just the one off of U Street. When it was just that Bus Boys and Poets, when it was just started, when Caribou Books was out, when the Pan-Africanist movement was the thing, where you still had influences. Like, and I'm not saying that they're not doing nothing now, but you had more influences like a Professor Griff. It was just a different time, all right? And it really wasn't that long ago. But I heard Juneteenth in those type of circles, hence why you see the black, the yellow, and the red, right? Because it's supposed to have that Africa thing, with it. And so, but it wasn't even really that big then. So that's what I mean by it confuses me in a way, because it's just like I look at it, all right, if federal got involved and it's a federal holiday, then that's giving employees revenue for dollars not earned, and all of our revenue, I mean, there's a tax revenue, So our money goes to the IRS. So I was like, dang, they just stole money out of everybody's pockets. And that money that's going to the IRS in taxes is not actually coming to the black community. And this is always like, I'm telling you the circles I heard it in. It was only like a black thing. So that is disappointing. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be a contrarian about it. It is what it is. For it to be a federal holiday, and you know, it's like basically a paid holiday, then you know you still make bread, and so that bread is tax revenue. And just because you see the black, the yellow, the red doesn't mean necessarily the company that you think is in honor of Juneteenth is a company that's even black in the first place, but they won't support. Because if you're saying that you support, if you're saying, my bad, it's a train. If you're saying that you support Juneteenth, then in essence you are saying that you honor black liberation. It just go, like I said, it has the black, the yellow, red thing. I'm telling you, I heard it in the poetry circles, the circles where people are talking about just life from an organic and natural perspective. And most importantly, the most biggest thing, if we don't understand what Juneteenth means, is liberation. That's the biggest thing that it means. And so because that's what it stands for, if you understand it to be liberation, and it's been practiced, they said the celebration was actually official like in the 1960s. That's why I brought up that historical, my bad. That's why I brought up that historical context of my life in cookouts, because for something to be around 40 or 50 years and I never heard that word Juneteenth, it's just like, And the thing is, when I heard it, no one was saying like, y'all know we're gonna try to make Juneteenth legal, right? We're gonna try to make it a federal holiday. That was never what it was. It was just like, hey, honor this. No one's got together and said we're gonna make this a federal holiday. However, with everything that was happening with the COVID in 2020, and some of those like marches and like the Capitol riots, and then after the Capitol riots, then trying to make it as if DC was, we support black people and things of that nature, which to me I think is a cover-up for COVID and stuff like that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But nonetheless, for it to spring up, and then I should find the video. And matter of fact, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna find the link. It's a video by Dane Calloway, and he talks about when the dates and everything of like when this holiday came to be, and how it has a lot of holes in it. But what I said at the very beginning, and you can start it over if you want to, what I said from the very beginning is like, that's what it means to me. It's like a time that we do remember, and maybe some of the details of history are not accurate. However, there's a sentiment as it relates to this society, as it relates to the overall culture, as it relates to this culture, where I know I'm a part of something. And I'm a part of something from the aspect of of hope, of seeing, of sensing a feeling of freedom that is not beyond my fingertips. And to remember liberation, and to remember the humanity, remember that it's not just about me as the individual, but also being able to not only know I'm a whole, but to contribute to the whole, to be a leader in the whole, to be able to be led as a whole. You know, it's a time to remember that. And you know, if I get too caught up in the details, then it just takes away from something. From something. Work with it. All right, it's not perfect, but you know what I mean? It's something that's honorable, to say the least. So I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to rock with it. And so while I can see one aspect of a possible robbery going on, I'm not going to let it blind me to not realize that, nah, this for you, and you can use it to your advantage. You can remember and think about it in a way that's to be an advantage, to let the people know that's around you, you know what I'm saying, that this is an advantage. So, hey, it is what it is, and it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's life, you know, and I'm going to adapt. I'm not going to be blind despite what's going on, you know what I'm saying? I could be the change, and despite the BS that could be going on with it. It is what it is. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'ma holler at you.